Roman Reigns' popularity almost got female ex-WWE star in trouble. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer, have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you. Over the past few years, Roman Reigns has become the face of the Stamford-based company. His aura has captured the hearts of many fans, as well as some fellow wrestlers. Former WWE superstar Steph DeLander, FKA Persia Pirotta, recently revealed that she almost got into legal trouble 11 years ago while trying to meet the original tribal chief at WrestleMania. A decade later, DeLander signed with WWE, becoming Reigns' co-worker. However, her stint lasted only a year, as she was released from her contract in April 2022. Steph DeLander is currently signed to TNA. Another former WWE name, Raquel, aka Gabriella Castrovinci, also once shared admiration for Roman Reigns. She was one of the contestants on Season 6 of Dwight Year, Tough Enough. During an episode where the original tribal chief visited the Performance Center, she mentioned finding him beautiful. Reigns is currently scheduled to compete at WWE SummerSlam. The 40-year-old former undisputed WWE champion will team up with his cousin Jey Uso in a tag team match against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. The duo will be accompanied by Reigns' former associate, Paul Heyman. WWE superstar Cody Rhodes recently had a memorable moment with a rising bloodline name during a Stamford-based show. It wasn't Reigns or Jey Uso, it was Jacob Fatu. Cody Rhodes teamed up with Jacob Fatu and Randy Orton to face Solo Sikoa, JC Mateo, and Tongaloa at a series of house shows in Texas before SummerSlam 2025. They have now seemingly reunited, this time alongside Jimmy USO, against Sikoa's faction during WWE's tour of Mexico. A fan recently posted a heartwarming photo from the show in Mexico, where Rhodes is seen lifting Fatu on his shoulders in a sign of respect. While Fatu isn't yet the company's top star, he's widely expected to be one in the future, and Rhodes' gesture was seen as symbolic of passing the torch. On Sportskeeda's The Wrestling Outlaws, Vince Russo praised Fatu, saying no one in WWE is as popular right now. He highlighted Fatu's charisma and how well he connects with fans on the microphone. Jacob Fatu is set to face Solo Sikoa for the United States Championship at SummerSlam 2025. The result of this bout at the biggest party of the summer remains to be seen. The upcoming episode of WWE Raw will be the final show before SummerSlam 2025. This year, the event becomes a two-night spectacle, adding even more anticipation. Regarding Raw, the Red brand has a packed card lined up. In addition to Roman Reigns' tag team match, CM Punk is also scheduled to battle Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Since it's the go-home show, WWE is expected to make some major moves. In this article, we explore 5 possible surprises that could happen. At WWE SummerSlam, Becky Lynch is set to defend the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Lyra Valkyria in a 2 out of 3 falls match. This title opportunity came after Valkyria defeated Bayley a few weeks ago on Raw. Given Bayley's recent losses, there's speculation she may turn heel soon. WWE could set this up by having Bayley confront or interrupt Valkyria, possibly leading to an injury angle. This could result in Bayley replacing Valkyria at SummerSlam and challenging Becky Lynch. Meanwhile, Alberto Del Rio has become a topic of discussion among WWE fans. Rumors about his return have circulated after he left AAA following a career match loss. However, reliable reports indicate WWE has no plans to bring Del Rio back. Still, if a surprise were planned, he might appear in the Sheamus vs. Rusev storyline, considering their past together in the League of Nations. Last week on Raw, The New Day had a backstage segment with Grayson Waller, who announced that his partnership with Austin Theory had ended due to injury. This development opens the door for Waller to potentially join The New Day. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods might officially invite him to join during the next episode of Raw. WWE has also confirmed Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross for SummerSlam. However, Kross recently took advantage of Zayn's rib injury to win a match. This could lead to Zayn pulling out of the match due to not being medically cleared. If that happens, Louisiana Knight could be named as Zayn's replacement, ensuring the megastar is part of the premium live event. Paul Heyman's current allies, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, will face Roman Reigns, Jey Uso in a tag team bout at SummerSlam. There's concern that an outside interference may impact the result. To address this, Adam Pearce, Raw's general manager, could ban Heyman from ringside during the match, or even from the event entirely, to ensure a fair contest. The June 28th episode of Monday Night Raw will serve as the go-home show for SummerSlam 2025, which is set for this weekend. Stars from the Red brand set to compete at the biggest party of the summer will meet for the final time. The go-home show of Raw will air from the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. The WWE World Tag Team titles will be contested on this week's show as the Judgment Day. Finn Balor, JD McDonough defend the titles against LWO, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde. Ahead of this week's SummerSlam Go-Home show, here are the top 5 storylines for the July 28th episode of WWE Raw. The current Women's World Champion, Naomi, is set to defend her title in a triple threat match at the upcoming premium live event, PLE, against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. The final face-off between the three will likely take place on the Go-Home show, and we might get a different outcome than last week. During last week's show, Naomi confronted Sky, but Ripley's arrival balanced the situation. This week might see all three going head-to-head as Sky is also determined to win the title and may go after Ripley to gain an advantage. On last week's show, Sami Zayn made his return looking to end the rivalry with Karrion Kross and shift focus back to the championship scene. However, Zayn lost to Kross in their match, tying their feud at 1-1. Zayn's loss indicates the storyline is not over, and the two are now set for a decisive singles match at SummerSlam. After overcoming several obstacles, GM Adam Pearce and AJ Styles were finally able to get Dominic Mysterio in for a medical evaluation, something he had been avoiding as it could lead to a title defense against Styles. With no more delays possible, Dominic confronted Styles and WWE officially announced their Intercontinental title match. Their potential confrontation on the Go-Home show has fans eagerly anticipating what comes next. On last week's Raw, CM Punk and Gunther delivered a heated promo to open the show. Gunther is scheduled to defend the World Heavyweight Championship against Punk at the upcoming PLE, and tensions are likely to rise further on the Go-Home show. Either the champion or the challenger may look to make a bold statement before their showdown. After last week's Raw, Roman Reigns challenged Paul Heyman's enforcer, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed to a tag team match alongside Jey Uso, if he agreed to team up. Jey quickly accepted, and Heyman's side responded affirmatively, making the SummerSlam tag match official. The two teams have clashed on the past 2 episodes of Raw, and another confrontation may occur this week, as both sides try to gain momentum and outshine the other before the event. The 2025 edition of SummerSlam is right around the corner, and WWE is gearing up to deliver the go-home show of Monday Night Raw, which will feature the final face-offs between stars set to compete at the biggest party of the summer. The go-home show of Raw will air from the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Multiple big names are being advertised for the show, including Roman Reigns, Gunther, Rhea Ripley, Jey Uso, Raquel Rodriguez, and AJ Styles, among others. LWO, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, emerged victorious in the WWE World Tag Team Championship #1 Contenders match last week, securing a title shot. They will now face the current champions, the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, JD McDonough, this week, as announced by McDonough in a backstage segment with Balor and the rest of the group. Until he officially retires, Brock Lesnar will always be connected to a possible WWE return. A favorite during Vince McMahon's era, he has won multiple titles as a part-time performer. Lesnar claimed victories in events like the Money in the Bank ladder match, Elimination Chamber, and the Royal Rumble in recent years. However, he hasn't competed since his SummerSlam match with Cody Rhodes 2 years ago. Since Lesnar is still in great physical condition and has new potential matchups waiting, he could return as soon as SummerSlam. If that happens, there are 5 top WWE stars who could be his next opponents. One possible matchup is with World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. The two had a memorable face-off during the 2023 Royal Rumble, which was met with enthusiastic reactions from fans. Whether or not a title is involved, Gunther would be a strong opponent for Lesnar. Gunther recently competed against and defeated another of Lesnar's past rivals, Goldberg. So stepping into the ring with Lesnar would be another high-profile moment for him. Paul Heyman recently referenced Lesnar's early nickname, The Next Big Thing, during a promo on Raw. Braun Breaker is viewed by many as a future top star in the mold of Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. A clash between one of Heyman's former clients and a rising star backed by Heyman would be a compelling matchup. Similar crossovers happened in the past between Punk and Lesnar, and later Reigns and Lesnar during Heyman's role as an advisor. Cody Rhodes was the last competitor to share the ring with Lesnar, and their match at SummerSlam 2023 ended with Lesnar raising Rhodes' hand in a show of respect. Since then, Rhodes has taken on many of WWE's top stars, including Roman Reigns and John Cena. A possible return story could involve Lesnar wanting to prove himself once again after that match. Roman Reigns, although younger in his career than John Cena, has publicly stated his intention to retire from in-ring competition within the next 2 years. His contract reportedly runs through WrestleMania 42 in 2026. Their long-running rivalry saw Lesnar dominate early, but Reigns eventually took the upper hand in later years, including major wins at WrestleMania 38 and SummerSlam 2022. If Lesnar does return, a final chapter in his rivalry with Reigns would make sense, especially if no championships are on the line, allowing them to simply settle the score. Lesnar's major WWE return in 2012 involved confronting John Cena, marking his first appearance after nearly a decade away. Cena, currently on his retirement tour, has already squared off with longtime rivals like CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton in 2025. As one of Cena's most memorable opponents, Lesnar could very well be part of one last encounter between the two legends before they end their careers. WWE. SummerSlam 2025 is just over a week away, and Ronda Rousey has provided a major update ahead of the first ever two-night event in New Jersey. 2 years ago, Rousey had her final match in WWE against Shayna Baszler. The baddest woman on the planet put her real-life friend over in their match, losing the bout by submission in the ring. While she made a few wrestling-related appearances afterwards, Rousey shifted her focus to her personal life and welcomed her second child with Travis Browne in January 2025. Recently, she shared a significant health update ahead of the biggest party of the summer in New Jersey. The former Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion documented her post-pregnancy weight loss journey and revealed the noticeable changes following the birth of her second child. She also stated that resuming her MMA training played a key role in her recovery. I've heard recovery after the second baby is easier than the first, so maybe that's part of it. But being able to train MMA again made a huge difference. My joints feel stronger, and I feel healthier and more stable compared to just doing regular gym workouts like I did after my first pregnancy. It's been a blast finding joy in training again. I missed it. My body missed it, Rousey wrote on Instagram. Rousey returned to WWE for a second run under Vince McMahon's leadership, but things didn't go as she had hoped. In 2023, she left the company after her final match at WWE SummerSlam in Michigan. In an interview with WrestleZone, the former champion opened up about her challenging experience during that time. She expressed her frustration with the creative direction and demanding schedule. My last run with Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard, and John Laurinaitis was a tough experience. I know most of them are no longer with the company, except Pritchard. I'm not as excited to return as I was back in 2022. Even though I had many matches I enjoyed and had a great time during, when I look back, those moments are overshadowed by the overall experience, Rousey said. With Vince McMahon no longer involved in WWE, fans are wondering whether Rousey